welcome to Your Total Health. Excited to have Keith Longstreth back. I just told him that they spelled his name wrong, but they really didn't, because he kind of does part of the work back there. He's been with us before to talk about Reiki. Glad to have him back. And this time we're going to focus on Reiki drumming. But I think to begin with, Keith, we'll just start in just a really basic understanding of Reiki and what it is. Now, I understand you're a Reiki practitioner, a Reiki master, an Enneagram master?
Instructor.
Instructor. Enneagram instructor, plus an aeronautical engineer. So we won't even go there. We're not going to do any logarithms or anything today. So, but let's talk about Reiki.
Okay.
And the energy of Reiki.
Okay, well, basically Reiki is energy therapy, and like all energy therapies, is based on this idea, this concept that everything around us, everything in the world is made up of energy, including our bodies. And we have these channels in our bodies that the energy needs to flow through, and when these channels become blocked or constricted, then these blockages or constrictions eventually manifest themselves as a physical, emotional, spiritual ailment. And by keeping these channels open and energy flowing through them clearly and fluidly, then we keep ourselves healthy.
So it's kind of like good circulation of energy through the body,
yes,
isn't it?
That's exactly it.
So just, I'm sure that some folks out there are wondering, is this like massage?
No, it isn't.
Is it a hands-on experience?
It can be. Usually the Reiki practitioner will lightly touch the client, but it's not necessary.
Okay.
Certainly, you know, some people have a aversion to being touched, and of course in situations where like if you're giving Reiki to somebody that has severe burns or something like that, then you certainly don't want to touch the person. But it's not necessary to touch, but it's usually done lightly.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been doing Reiki?
I've been a Reiki master for 4 years now, and it's kind of changed my life. I really have kind of embraced Reiki as a lifestyle.
And a passion.
Yes.
Can you tell us one success story by using your Reiki?
Um,
Any special one come to mind?
Well, I've had many, some involving animals, and I think I talked about one last time.
Mm-hmm.
There's another situation that was kind of amazing. I was giving Reiki to a woman that was preparing for a walking marathon. The woman, as part of a fundraiser, was doing a 26-mile walk in Hawaii.
Oh my!
And,
well, that's good and bad.
During, as she was preparing, training for it, I would give her Reiki once a week, and then the week of the walk, I gave her Reiki, I think 3 times before she left to go to Hawaii. And I told her that I would give her Reiki, distant Reiki,
Mm-hmm.
once at some point during the marathon. And it took about 11 hours to walk the 11 miles.
Oh wow!
I mean the 26 miles. And for the first 5 hours that she was walking, she was getting terrible shin splints. Every rest area, she was having to get her shins iced down. And then it just went away. And when we were checking times afterwards, the time where the shin splints went away corresponding exactly with when I gave her the distant Reiki.
It's amazing how that works. Well, then you helped her in preparation then for
Yes.
for the walk, and then helped her through the walk
Right.
as well.
And in fact, she routinely, when she first came to me, she had routinely would go to an acupuncturist. And after the first treatment, the acupuncturist told her that he could tell the difference and that she should continue to come see me. So you know, it does make a physical difference, and Reiki does match with other modalities like acupuncture, which both acupuncture and Reiki both are kind of based on traditional Chinese medicine. Mm-hmm. This idea of energy meridians, so it shouldn't be a surprise.
So how about with Western medicine then? With your traditional doctor, MD kind of people?
What about it?
Well, that works. They work.
Yes, yes.
They integrate.
Yes, they do. They do.
Okay. I find that more and more medical doctors are recommending Reiki
Right, right.
for treatment. So if you can help somebody through a 26-mile marathon, then you can help a lot of people ease some of the ailments. So I tend to agree with you that it's the movement of energy that causes or relieves disease or pain. Or how would you know when you're working with the body? How would you know where somebody needs treatment?
Actually, you just kind of let your intuition guide you. But one of the basic tenets of Reiki is that it goes where it needs to go for the greatest and highest good. So you can let your intuition guide you on where to place your hands or whatever, but ultimately it's going to go where it needs to go.
It's very cool. I've been doing Reiki a long time myself, and I know what it does for me, and I know what it does for other people. So it's pretty powerful. I've got some examples of, from my personal experience. My daughter was in New Mexico, broke her arm. We did Reiki long distance, and the doctor thought he had the wrong x-ray. So it works, long distance or close by. So you've got a plan for your life now, don't you? You're going to hit the road, going to a traveling show, huh?
Yes, that's it. Several years ago, I had realized that Reiki was kind of my calling, and that I needed to take that step off the edge and kind of let go. And if I really truly believed in Reiki, then I needed to do this and put my faith in the universe, that it will provide and guide me to where I need to go. So I plan on doing just that, selling my house and hitting the road and letting the spirit guide me, and know that wherever I go, I'm there to give and teach Reiki.
Very cool, very brave. That's what you call true faith, jumping off into the void, not knowing what's out there. So you're not going to do any aeronautical engineering kind of stuff anymore?
Probably not.
But it never leaves the mind. Then let's talk about Reiki drumming, which is what we're really here about today. I've heard of it, never experienced it, read a little bit about it, but I understand from you and from reading about it, it's pretty powerful.
It is. The drum kind of acts like an amplifier, and it kind of intensifies the Reiki energy. With combining drumming with Reiki, you can break through energy blockages that might normally take either a full 1 hour or even a couple 1 hour sessions to clear with normal Reiki sessions. You could do that with 10 minutes of drumming.
Wow, that powerful. Does it have anything to what is it? Is it the notes that you're, or is it what exactly is it that makes the difference?
It's based on this principle called entrainment. And entrainment basically says that one vibrating body will try to synchronize itself with another vibrating body. And in the case with drumming, it's the body's immune system tries to synchronize itself to the vibration of the drum. Drums have an ancient, connection to earth energy. As long as there's been people on the earth, people have used drums for healing. And this is really just an extension of that. It's the combining of the drum with the Reiki energy together.
Which makes it even more powerful. I've done drumming where you drum the heartbeat to help heal the heart or work with forgiveness. And that is very powerful. You can feel it all the way through you. So I can imagine, or can't imagine, what Reiki drumming.
Every person has their own internal beat. Every one person has inside them their own frequency. And the drumming helps you get back in touch with the frequency that helps you stay in the flow of life.
What was going through my mind as you're saying that, I hadn't thought of it that way, but there's a communication. You're talking connection, but there's a communication.
Right, and it's a connection to the universe as a whole.
And your personal. Well, let's see some. Can you do some drumming for us and show us what it's
Yes,
like?
yes. I brought my drum, and I'll
It's a
tell
cool
you.
case. Did you make that?
I did.
That's very cool.
The drum is a drum in the Reiki drumming class. You get attuned to the drum so that you're energetically connected to the drum, and then you go on a drum journey to find the spirit of the drum, and you ask that spirit to come back with you to help drum.
So now start over. Did you make the drum?
No, I did make the drum as part of the Reiki drumming class that I took with Michael Baird in Sedona, although I didn't take the class in Sedona, but he's in Sedona and he's kind of the founder of Reiki drumming. You get just as part of the class, you get the basic drum, and then, like I said, you are attuned with the drum.
Okay.
You're connected energetically, and then do we want to talk about what you do in the class? You want to see let me do the demo first, and then we'll talk about the class.
We'll talk about it. Yeah.
I have a assistant, Michael.
Okay.
You come up here, please, and turn around. Okay. So basically, when I do Reiki drumming, I just kind of let my intuition guide me again, and I'll just kind of do a little simple demo, and
Okay.
kind of like what I do at health fairs. First thing, like always with Reiki, you want to center yourself and make a connection with that. Michael? A little bit further. That's good. And how does that feel? Okay, thank you, Michael.
Thanks, Michael. I don't know about Michael, but you sure got me settled down. And
So the energy of the drum kind of raises the vibrational level of the immune system, actually of the whole body. In the class, which you have to be a level 2 Reiki
Okay.
in order to take, you learn 3 techniques. You learn how to use the drum as part of a normal Reiki session. Mm-hmm. And again, for those that haven't experienced Reiki, usually Reiki is performed on a massage table with the client fully clothed, but laying on the table. Mm-hmm. And so you learn how to use the drum as part of that Reiki session when you drum over the client or underneath the client. And I can tell you from experience that when you're laying on the table and somebody's drumming underneath the table, the whole table will vibrate and the whole body will just kind of tingle. It's a great feeling.
That was a great feeling for me just then, because I could feel that especially through here.
Mm-hmm.
And then, when you were done, I felt it in my toes. That's kind of like the energy just moved all the way through. Now, while you were doing that, you moved around on the drum.
Right.
Different. Is there some significance to that, like by pitch or note?
It's just where, when I center myself before I start drumming, my intention is to, what I always say as I tell myself, I ask my ego and my personality to step aside